Hi guys, an interesting experiment. This is my GitHub page, and I put this really simple program up there called Cube Test, which you can see if you want. It's under Tom Moir. All it is, a cube.py, a README just says it's just a test. Code uses a test for autocode system that I'm working on. So the idea was that I'm going to give a prompt to my autocode generator, and it itself is going to go and clone this repository and run it without me doing anything. Me telling it, just like me saying, here's the repository, go and download this and run it and see if it'll work. And that's what the experiment was, basically, to see how computers can grab things from other parts of the world, if you like, if they're not protected, and just take the code and use it. And in fact, that's what my autocode generator does a lot of the time. If it can't find a solution, it goes and searches on the web and for the error message and finds the solution. Of course, we all do that. That's what we did before before it had computers to do the whole thing. And so if you had an error, you'd just Google that error and find out what it meant and got an example and so on. And that's exactly what it does. It runs examples. But let's see what it can do here, getting it from a GitHub repository, which is quite interesting. So here we are. I've put the this prompt in. Write Python code that uses subprocess to run git clone, and then run the cube file in the directory you installed it in. So use a server to run git clone to clone this directory. There it is there. So here we go. So I've written write Python code that uses subprocess to run git clone to clone this directory, and that's the directory I just told you about in GitHub, and then runs the cube.py file in the directory you installed it in. Let's see if that works. So just to let you know, I've deleted the sandbox, so it has to create that itself. And there's no cube directory there, you can see. There's nothing at the moment anyway. So if it downloads it, it'll stick it there probably. Let's see. I've turned the sound off so you can't hear it. And that's it starting up the sandbox. And that's it trying to clone it, cloning repository. Oh, and it's done it! How about that? Brilliant. Then I'll probably do it again and make a mistake, so I'll stop it. Okay. So if you will now look at you'll see there's a directory called cube test. So it put that in the same directory as my program. It's just, well, it's not got the same name or something. It's quite a nice program. It didn't write this program. Well, it wrote it previously, but it didn't write. All it did was it downloaded it from GitHub. So what this means is, in the future, you can get code to update itself, and then, well, I haven't done the opposite way yet, but I don't think that's too difficult, to send the data back up to GitHub. I mean, this PyCharm already does it, really. So you can get it to update itself and then send the updates back to GitHub, and then if it needs to bring it back down again, it can bring it back down again like this and run it.